all doing today? Oh man, it has been a slaughter out there. An absolute slaughter. Except in our space, baby. Except for crypto, right? TradFi, traditional finance, the fiat banking system is coming to an end. Or is it? I don't know, but the market's responding like it is. And so we have our spicy topic of the day. Thank you all, before I get into it, for just tuning in. I see all the comments. I see all the love. I appreciate you. It really, really, really does get me on this camera and talking to you. So thank you. To that end, a little shameless YouTuber plug. It would mean the world if you would like, comment, subscribe especially, share with your friends if you find this valuable. I hope you know how much it means. It's very cool to see y'all across the globe just commenting and asking me questions and having me help you. It's happened a few times since I started this channel, and honestly, it's so impactful, and I hope I do help. So please, if I have not earned that beautiful sub yet, keep coming back. I promise you I will. My purpose is to deliver value in anything I do. It's how the world works, right? So with that, today we are going to talk about stablecoins and why they are such a big deal. What are they? You know, what are all these different types of stablecoins, if you don't know? So we'll get right into it. All right, there are, as of right now, two major types of stablecoins. The purpose of a stablecoin is almost to replace the fiat system. You know, basically, the first kind is algorithmic or algo stablecoins. Basically, algorithmic stablecoins are software protocols and programs, just snippets of code, large snippets of code, that buy and sell its own token based on the market's volume and demand through a treasury. Okay? So basically you have treasury, then you have market, buyer A, buyer B, right? Treasury, software program connecting all of these things, right? When there's a buy order, like so someone in the market wants to trade their dollar for a stable coin, right? Basically, the treasury will mint those coins. So if I give, $100, I want to exchange $100 for 100, at the time, Terra Luna, USDT, right? I would give Terra $100. They would issue 100 of those, right? And then they would buy and sell from their treasury as the markets were working together. So if there's a large leveraged sell-off, for example, where the sell orders, meaning I want out of this, right? Everyone's running for the hills. That happens. The treasury can be depleted, stop issuing, especially in the volumes, like we're talking about the speed of which these transactions are going through. You have 10,000 people saying, hey, I want my US dollars back, I want my yen back, I want whatever back. And then you could have a tremendous crash like we saw. The other one, and this is the one this is why you're here, okay? The other ones are basically pegs. So that literally means, like Circle's a great example with USDC. Okay, you give them $100. They issue exactly not manually, the software does it, but I mean for every circulating stable coin that USDC has, there is that exact equivalent of US dollar in a bank account somewhere. That is called a pegged stablecoin, meaning the currency or the asset on chain is one-to-one with the US dollar that was put on chain or put into the system. Okay? So what happened with USDC for the first time in its history is those US dollars had exposure, roughly 8% had exposure to the catastrophic Silicon Valley Bank. Catastrophic, right? Now, it's a question no one's ever really thought to ask, right? So it seems safe because you are getting exactly what you put in, but it's in a wallet instead of your bank account, and it feels good. And then you know that it's not going to go up and down because it's a stable coin, and there's exactly the same amount of each, so there should be absolutely no fluctuations. Just the inflows and outflows are one-to-one, meaning there's not going to be more US dollars and less USDC or vice versa. That just isn't going to happen. But the question is, where are my US dollars when they take them? How exposed are those US dollars? Well, we found out the answer is relatively exposed. Silicon Valley Bank, Silvergate, Signature, these are massive banks. Massive banks. They had no reason not to trust them. It's hard to find institutions that are so pro-crypto, yet they are susceptible to the human condition of greed. The bull runs make them comfortable with leverage because they can't lose. And then once the bear market hits, that leverage comes due eventually. The profits from the bull can no longer carry forward the leverage that gave them those profits. And yet, here we are. No one has learned this lesson yet, and it is likely that we'll never learn this lesson. Good news for us is we wait for these moments. We are the carrion, just flying above, waiting for all to run, and we pick what's left. And it is a very profitable strategy. For those who tuned in because of the title and the thumbnail and don't know me, I'm a value investor. I have years of experience in software development. I have a degree in finance. My specialty is understanding software and charts, and that serendipitously happens to be crypto. And you come here for a value investing perspective. If you haven't read The Intelligent Investor, I highly suggest you do. These investment principles are hundreds of years old and are very amazing. Basically, buy something of intrinsic value and make educated decisions and buy it at a discount if possible. Okay? You come here for patience, peace, and tranquility. You are going to read a lot of FUD throughout this next 6 to 12 months. Fear, uncertainty, doubt, if you did not know what FUD is. And I want to be your Gibraltar. I want to be your foundation. I want to be the guy that you listen to and you feel good about what's going on, because we are early. If you are watching this, you are so early in understanding. You have started the journey, and I admire your efforts. I'm trying to keep these brief because I get some feedback that my longer rants are not as good. So that is really it. The top two things: algorithmic stablecoins, which are classically poor, as we've seen with Terra Luna, and then pegged stablecoins being USDC, and what exactly happened when it went below $1. Silicon Valley Bank went under, and that's where Circle trusted your dollars when it issued those USDC assets. So hopefully you understand what's going on. I thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Please take care of one another. Until next time, I'll see you.